Good morning. My name is Liz Bear, and it is my privilege to serve as the worship associate this month. We come together in community, supporting and encouraging each other on our spiritual journeys, affirming the importance not only of tolerance, but of acceptance, compassion, and open-mindedness. We are a liberal, progressive congregation, open to those who share our values of free thought, lifelong learning, and lots of kids. We do not require that you believe the same as we. Indeed, here you will find many different paths. Welcome to this good place, Tapestry, a Unitarian Universalist congregation. This is the time of year when we do a lot of eating, drinking, and merrymaking. I have a vision in my head of the just right table, which usually involves candlelight and tablecloths and inordinate amounts of food and beverage. But what I remember most after the gatherings are the discussions as the candles have burned low, the sharing of stories, and the expressing of gratitude and support. Jeff and I have been fortunate to enjoy our get-togethers with our families. I know of many for whom the holidays are not a peaceful time, and family can be strife-ridden, the kind that goes beyond the annoying relative or simple family squabble. Part of the reason I appreciate Tapestry is because it is a place where children and youth are not just safe, but are celebrated and included, and help design what we do here. One of the definitions of communion is an act or instance of sharing. With our month's theme, communion, I've been thinking about how I have chosen to be involved, or not, in various places in my life. Being a part of this community has given me and my family a place to try out roles and experiences. Many of our congregation's children have participated in multi-generational programs and contributed to service auction items. Several of our teens, Leah, Jake, Miranda, Haley, Tatiana, Grayson, Noah, Abby, to name a few, have been involved with leading flapjacks in faith, organizing camps and cons for the youth, or serving on boards, all of which are great experiences for people on the path to adulthood and deepening spirituality. But first experiences here can be off-putting to some. When the kids were little, we invited my Baptist grandparents to the Christmas Eve candlelight service. I'll never forget my grandpa saying in a loud, hushed voice, "Well, when is the minister going to talk about the birth of Jesus? Are you sure this isn't a cult?" After a few years attending a variety of UU gatherings, Grandpa came to accept that we hold many diverse views here at Tapestry. And on his deathbed, he told me how proud he was that Jeff and I had a real community of folks to help raise our kids up right. And could I help my parents get to church more often? Sorry to spill the beans, Mom. When I wrote this, I didn't realize you'd be in the audience. It's the efforts of putting on plays like the one today, where kids of all ages get to share their talents and time and lots of laughter, which helps build our precious community. Looking at these industrious youth and adults who put on today's service makes me wonder, what else could I be doing to help shape Tapestry? And begs the question for the new year, is there some way you might help share your talents or get more involved? I give a shout out to our fantastic Director of Religious Education, Caitlin, and all the folks who helped put on the RE program. I'm excited to see what the children and youth are going to share with us. Now, would you please take a moment to turn off your mobile phones or other devices that might be disruptive to our service, and feel free to check in on social media before you silence those devices. We are a warm and welcoming congregation, and we extend a warm greeting to any newcomers. Great to see so many of you are here. If you're new, we invite you to stop by the greeters table to pick up an informational packet in the back. We invite everyone to join us after the service for conversation and refreshments served on the patio. If you've been coming for a while and feel you've found a spiritual home with us, please talk to the minister, Reverend Kent, a member of the membership committee, or someone at the greeters table, potentially about becoming a member. We heartily welcome everyone, so now please extend a greeting to those sitting near you. Tilt it down, Jeff. Am I not loud enough? Okay. It's great to see everyone connecting with each other. We're a chatty group. You can continue your conversations over refreshments after the service, but now it's time to continue. Announcements. Just so you'll know, the nursery is open for 4 and under today. It's open right there. We have some exciting events coming up at Tapestry. Next Sunday, be sure and stay after the service for our annual holiday boutique and fundraising lunch. And Christmas Eve service at 5:30, Christmas Eve. You can find information about this and other upcoming events in your order of service or on the website. Our various groups and events reflect our vision of being a transformational home for liberal spirituality and a dynamic community leader in Orange County and beyond. As is our monthly recognition, we are celebrating all of those folks who have their birthday in the month of December. There will be cake during the social hour afterwards. If you have your birthday this month, please rise or raise a hand so that we may acknowledge you and share a congratulatory word after the service. And now I would like to invite Amber and Betsy Franklin to light our flaming chalice, the central symbol of our Unitarian Universalist heritage.
Each morning, we must hold out the chalice of our being to receive, to carry and give back. May we know once again that we are not isolated beings, but connected in mystery and miracle to the universe, to the community, and to each other.
Amber, what's the name of the grandkids?
Luke and Olivia.
And Luke and Olivia were the grandkids helping there. Thank you, Luke and Olivia.
It is good to be together. When winter's darkness spreads across the land and cold seeps in through our jackets, we hurry here, drawn by the warmth of familiar faces and the warmth of new faces to welcome us in these walls. Here, for this hour, we open ourselves to new understanding, reassurance, and hope. For this is the place where truth, love, and challenge meet. Welcome. It's good to be together this morning. When we gather and worship, it's not just to celebrate the words of ancient stories, it's to celebrate and to mourn our own lives. This morning, there are a few actually sort of heavy sorrows and celebrations to share in our midst. One is that Henry, where are you, Henry? I saw you sneak in. There you are. Henry would like to share that he's having eye surgery Thursday and to save his 3D vision, and he hopes that it goes well. We will be thinking about you Thursday. I also wanted to share a note from Mickey McCullough and Bill Stoker and their family. Mickey's daughter and Bill's sister, Amy, is terminally ill with an unexpected diagnosis. I know we missed Mickey yesterday at Christmas cookie baking because she went to the hospital for her daughter, Amy. Terminally ill with an unexpected diagnosis. Please keep our family and Amy in your thoughts. We will definitely do that. And finally, I wanted to bring a request, really, from Tara Sayer. Scott, as many of you know, is deployed in Kuwait. He is safe there, but he is missing his friends and family. If you would like to write a note of good wishes or whatever, that would be great. And she has some note cards for after the service if you can find her to write a nice note for him. So would you join me now in reading our congregational response? For your joys, we join you in celebration. For your sorrows and concerns, may you feel our compassion. For all that is spoken and unspoken, may the caring of our beloved community sustain you. And I'd like to invite you now to join me in a short time of meditation. So if you want to, close your eyes, everybody. Sit back. Take a couple of deep breaths and relax. Some of us are bigger and others are smaller. Some of us are taller and others are shorter. Some of our hair is different colors and our eyes are different shaped. Some of us like to play with dinosaurs and others like to play with cards. Some like running and others like reading. Some of us like cookies and others like coffee. We're different. But we're also alike because each of us is good at some things and not so good at other things. Each of us has days when we're kind and help others, and we each have days when we're grumpy and gruff. We each like it when we're happy and with good friends, but each of us has times when we're angry or sad. So let us remember that even though we may sometimes think life would be easier if just everyone liked what we like, and everyone thought just what we thought, our differences are what make each one of us unique and special. Namaste. Amen, and blessed be. So this morning, we're doing something very different, if you hadn't already noticed. We have a multi-generational presentation of a holiday lawsuit. So I want to invite all of our players to come up and take their places.
Our first case this morning is for copyright infringement. The plaintiff is Paganism, who is suing Christmas for using traditions for Christmas that were previously copyrighted by pagan holidays.
Are both attorneys present?
Attorney Mother Earth, representing the pagan holidays, Your Honor. This is my assistant, Mother Nature.
Attorney Father Christmas, representing Christmas, Your Honor.
Very well, the plaintiff will call the first witness.
We call December 25th to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name and occupation for the record.
I'm December 25th. All over the world, my job is to serve as the date to celebrate the Nativity of Jesus.
Precisely, Your Honor. This is ridiculous. Everybody knows that December 25th is Jesus' birthday. There are minor variations, but most of the world recognizes this holiday.
If I might question the witness, Your Honor. Now then, Are you, in fact, the anniversary of Jesus' birth?
No. No one knows for sure when Jesus was born, but most certainly it was not on me. He was probably born in the early summer. The stories of his birth say that shepherds were in the fields, watching their flocks by night. The shepherds are only in the fields at night during the lambing season, which is early summer. During the winter, the flocks are penned up during the night.
Well then. Wow. Well then, if you aren't Jesus' birthday, what are you?
On the old calendar, I was the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. People used to be afraid that the daylight would get shorter and shorter until it disappeared altogether. So on the solstice, people would perform rituals to make sure that the sun would come back. The calendar was changed a while ago, so the actual solstice is now a few days earlier, but I'm still about the same time the sun starts to last longer during the day.
And were you not considered a pagan holiday?
Yes, I was. In fact, I was several. But the most important in Rome was Saturnalia, which went on for several days. By about the 4th century after Jesus' life, I'd been declared to be the birthday of the sun god, Mithras.
And how did you get used to celebrate Jesus' birthday?
Well, a long time ago, a pope decided that it would be a good idea if everyone celebrated a special mass, honoring Jesus' birthday at the same time. He picked December 25th because it was Saturnalia, which is one of the most popular pagan holidays being celebrated in Rome at the time. Some people said he did it to make it easier for pagans converting to Christianity to continue to celebrate that day. Some said it was to stamp out paganism. Whatever the reason, the decision to celebrate Jesus' birthday on me was because I was already a popular pagan holiday, not because of any evidence that Jesus was born on me.
Thank you.
Mr. December 25th, how long have you been celebrated as Jesus' birthday?
Since about 300 years after Jesus' life. So about 1,700 years now. My popularity has varied during that time. In fact, there have been times and places where the Christian church has specifically forbidden any recognition of me. Right now, though, I'm quite popular.
If there are no more questions, the witness may step down. Call your next witness, please.
I call the Christmas tree.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name and occupation for the record, please.
I am currently best known as the Christmas tree. People bring me into their homes and decorate me, as you see here, with ornaments and lights, sometime before Christmas. They put presents under me and open on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Did you get your start as a Christmas symbol?
Dear me, no. Why, ever since I can remember, people have used me to mark holidays near the winter solstice. The fact that I stayed green when everything else seemed to be dying makes me special. It is proof that life exists, even during the depths of winter. People would bring me indoors and decorate me with lights to entice the sun back. I was very important in Scandinavia, where I was considered a special plant of their sun god.
How did you come to be used by Christians to celebrate Christmas?
I don't really remember for certain. There are some who say Martin Luther himself was the first one to bring me into his home and decorate me with lights, to remind his children of the beauty of the night sky. However, I have memories of being brought into homes by Christians even before that.
Aren't you so popular as a symbol of Christmas that people have actually written songs about you?
Yes, I am.
That was lovely. If there are no more questions, the witness may step down. Call your next witness, please.
I call mistletoe.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Mistletoe. During the Christmas holiday season, people hang me over doorways and, they kiss under me.
Sounds like a pretty good job.
Most of the time, I guess. It's just that sometimes people get, a little carried away, and it can get embarrassing.
Were you used like that before Jesus' birth?
Oh, yes. In fact, all over the world, I've been considered quite special. You see, I grow without having to put my roots in soil. I grow on other trees. And my beautiful berries can be poisonous if you eat too many, but in smaller amounts, they've been used for healing.
Can you describe to me some of the ways you've been used by various pagan groups?
Well, hundreds of years before Jesus' birth, the Druids used me to celebrate the coming of winter. The priests held special ceremonies when they cut me down, and then I was used for healing potions. But my favorite place was in Scandinavia. According to Norse mythology, Baldur, the god of peace, was killed by Loki, the god of destruction, with an arrow made out of mistletoe. The other gods and goddesses were angry and demanded that Baldur be brought back to life. When he was brought back to life, his mother, Freyja, was so grateful that she hung me over her doorway and promised to kiss anyone who passed under it. That's probably where traditions of kissing under me got its start.
That's interesting. But haven't you always been that popular as a Christmas tradition, have you?
I became really popular as part of the Christmas tradition in the 1700s. Some people were worried so much about people getting carried away that they tried to have me banned, but they were never able to get rid of me.
Thank you.
The witness may step down. Call your next witnesses, please.
I call Holly and her friends.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name and occupation for the record, please.
My name is Laura. I'm joined here by Holly and Ivy. Like some of the other previous witnesses, we have often been used during the winter to brighten up people's homes, to remind them that winter will one day be over and the sun will return.
Have you been used for very long?
Certainly. The Druids used to spread me around their houses. During the winter, they believed that I would provide warmth and shelter for the tiny fairies that lived in the woods. But my friends and I have been used in many places to decorate during the time of the winter solstice, like the evergreen tree, to remind people that life continues and to entice the sun.
You've been used for a long time by Christmas, haven't you?
I certainly have. Even before Christmas was celebrated on December 25th, some Christians would bring us indoors during the winter months. At first, some of them may have done it to hide the fact that they were Christians so they would not be persecuted. But eventually, they adopted my friends and me as their own.
In fact, like the Christmas tree, haven't there been songs written in your honor?
There have been several, but my favorite was written about me and my best friend Ivy here.
Since the witnesses have stepped down, would you like to call another witness?
Yes. Next, I'd like to call the Yule log.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name and occupation for the record.
I am Yule log. I am a special log burned in the home during the winter solstice.
And where does your name Yule come from?
It is an ancient Celtic word that means wheel. It is referred to the turning of the seasons.
So your use is quite old.
Very old. The lighting special fires in homes during the winter solstice was common, but I was very special. People would work hard just to find the right log, and once I was lit, I was expected to burn for the full 12 days of the Yule celebration. That may have been the beginning of the 12 days of Christmas tradition.
Do very many people actually burn Yule logs these days?
I'm not used as much as I used to be, but my name is. Why, the Christmas season is called Yule, a direct reference to me.
If there are no further questions, the witness may return to her seat.
I'd like to call my final witness to the stand, the gift.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name and occupation for the record, please.
I am a gift, something that a person gives to another, generally on a special occasion.
What sorts of occasions?
Well, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, and of course Christmas.
Prior to Jesus' birth, were gifts given during the winter solstice?
Yes, good luck gifts were given during Saturnalia, a pagan holiday that has already been mentioned several times. In some parts of the world, special gifts for the gods were hung on evergreen trees.
When did the tradition of giving gifts at Christmas start?
Many people trace this tradition to Jesus' birth itself. After he was born in Bethlehem, they say that wise men traveled to his site to give him gifts of myrrh, frankincense, and gold. But I really became popular as a major part of Christmas in the last 200 years.
If there are no further questions, the witness can step down and find her seat.
Plaintiff rests, Your Honor. I think we've demonstrated that many of the most important Christmas traditions have been a direct infringement of copyrights previously held by pagan holidays. I ask that Christmas be ordered to stop using our traditions immediately.
You've made an impressive case. Does the defense wish to call any witnesses?
No, I don't think we need to, Your Honor. While it is true that many of our favorite traditions were used by pagan holidays long before Jesus was born, we have changed some of them to put our own imprint on them. Most importantly, though, we have been using these traditions now for as much as 1,700 years. I submit that paganism is long past the time when they could have sued us for copyright infringement.
My goodness, you're right. Mother Earth, your clients waited way too long to file this lawsuit. While Christmas has indeed taken your traditions, the statute of limitations ran out on this a long time ago. I find in favor of the defendant, Christmas may continue to use these traditions. Though it would be nice to occasionally mention that they came from pagan holidays. Now, would everyone join us in singing a song to celebrate the season that recognizes both of these traditions jointly?
We extinguish this flame, knowing the light remains in the warmth and compassion of our hearts until we are together again.
And would you take the hand of someone near you for these closing words? We've gathered here today to feel the truth and the depths of our being and to think on all that is most righteous and holy. Let us go forth now to act in concert with those thoughts and feelings. Now go in peace and let the light within you be a blessing to the world.
And we believe it's in our hearts to stay. Remember the caring, a season we're sharing. Believe in the magic of our lives. Just open up your heart and relive the feeling. Just remember the magic. Yes, remember the magic. One more time. Treasure it again. It never has to end. in our lives. Just open up your heart, embrace all those feelings. Yes, remember the meaning. Yes, remember the feeling for all time, for all time, for all time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.